All right, so you did the pilot for Blindspotting.
I did the yes.
Yeah.
I did the movie.
Right,
And then
right.
I did the 2 seasons of the show.
How is it for you being able to take that and follow it through and kind of evolve the music through a TV show?
Well, it was amazing. I mean, the thing is, we also brought on another composer. We brought on Ambrose Ekenmusiri to work with me. So for the series, because we wanted a sort of slightly different perspective, on the show. Because don't forget, with the show, the focus of the narrative is different. In the movie, it's mostly focused on Raphael Cazal and David Diggs' character. In the show, it's more focused on Jasmine Cephas-Jones's character. And so, the whole show kind of pivoted a bit. So we decided not to use anything that I wrote for the feature in the show. So we were just starting from scratch, and it was brilliant. Yeah.
Now, you also did some Guillermo del Toro. Out of curiosity, what was the experience like jumping on that show?
That was a lot of fun. So I had worked with Keith Thomas, is the director of my episode called Pickman's Model, and we worked together on a film called The Vigil a few years ago. And he rang me and just said, "I've got this thing, and it's Guillermo del Toro, and I want steampunk horror, and I just want you to go crazy." It's like, "Yep, sign me up."
Actually, you led to my next question, The Vigil. You seem to like horror. What was special about that movie? Why were you drawn to that story?
On The Vigil?
Yeah.
That was brilliant. So I got this call from my agent, and she was saying, "All right, there's this small film. It's New York. It's basically, it's like horror, but from a Jewish perspective." And I was like, "Sign me up. I don't care what it is. That's the film I want to score." And and then Keith rang, and I said, "I don't care what it takes. I really, really, really want to score this film. This is his pitch was there has been so much horror in the Christian kind of the devil and there's a lot of Christian-based horror films, but there haven't been that many Judaism-based horror films. So I was like, that alone made me really curious. So and it was just a fantastic, really creative process. They shot it for very little money, and it did super well. Played Toronto and all things and it's got a bit of a cult following. So it was a labor of love. That film, loved it.
And horror is such a visceral reaction because it's hard. So music, is that kind of, you really get the emotions more than any other genre, you feel?
Absolutely. And you can also be a lot more creative because you can get away with things in horror that you can't get away with in say intimate family drama. You can't just do screeching, descending avant-garde strings. You can't take synths and distort them to as much as they go. It's like the horror allows you to explore your darker side as a composer.